Yeah, come and sit down. So, what are you interested in?
I'm interested in Buddhism and in Thailand.
And in what?
And in Thailand, of course.
In Thailand, yeah. I mean, Thailand, you have to ask the Thais.
Yeah, you can tell me a lot, but I'm very interested in the belief because it's a very peaceful belief.
Yeah.
And I meditate once a day,
Yeah.
and I found out that Buddhism is, for me,
Yeah.
the best religion to believe in.
Yeah. Belief is not so much word, you know. Of course, we can believe in certain things, yeah. The Lord Buddha said, you know, I mean, belief doesn't help us, you know. We should trust Him, yeah, and follow His path that He teaches us. And the path is, you know, Sila, Samadhi, Panya, that is the path. But He also teaches about the Four Noble Truths, yeah. I mean, the first Noble Truth, every one of us knows, yeah. Dukkha, yeah. I mean, discomfort, dis-ease, restlessness, pain, suffering. That is dukkha. Yeah? We have it day in, day out. Yeah? Then he talks about, you know, the second noble truth, and that is the cause for dukkha. Yeah? What causes us dukkha is our desire. Yeah? Desire to want something, to be somebody, or not to be, or not to want. Yeah? That causes our dukkha. Mostly the dukkha of the heart. Yeah? If you meet somebody that you don't want to meet, you know, I mean, you don't feel very comfortable. Yeah?
Right.
Yeah? And if you meet situations that you don't want to see, you know, you're not comfortable. If you want something, you know, so hard, you know, and yeah, I mean, that is also creating dukkha. You want to become, you know, a good cameraman or, you know, a star or whatever, you know, whatever it is, yeah. That, that all creates dukkha. The third noble truth is, you know, that there's an end to dukkha. And the fourth noble truth is that what we are practicing here, the path that leads to the end of dukkha. Yeah? So it leads to the end of desire. Why should I let go of my desire? Yeah? Because it creates dukkha. Huh?
That's the most important thing, to leave desires of all things.
Yeah. But in order to be able to do that, yeah, he talks about the fourth noble truth is the path, yeah, the path that leads to the end of dukkha. It is sila, morality, or precepts, yeah, we call it precepts. Yeah? It's the 5 precepts that we have to keep. Yeah? Not harming any living being, not taking what is not given, no sexual misconduct, and you know that is big, yeah. No lies, no harsh speech, yeah. No insulting speech, yeah, that hurts other people, and no drugs, yeah, everything that makes us unmindful. And then now I'm including the phone as well, yeah, because I mean it makes people completely unmindful.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I mean they want to walk along the path, you know, run into all these things, you know, and they don't even know what this world is about, yeah. I mean they just look at the world in their hands. Yeah? So these are the 5 precepts. And then comes, you know, the important thing of samadhi, the training of samadhi, the training of calm, yeah? Being able to stay with one object, yeah? And when you see now these young kids, you know, playing with their phone, I mean, they cannot stay even on, you know, whatever happens on their phone, you know, for more than 5 seconds, yeah? They have to scroll through, you know, I mean, it is constant. So the ability to concentrate, samadhi, to concentrate on one point, yeah, and stay with this point, know, yeah, and develop the knowingness about what is happening to this point. That is the training of samadhi and sati. Yeah? Sati, awareness, or like we say in German, Gewahrsein. Awareness is not, you know, I mean, it's not judging anything that you see or what you hear, what you feel, or what you taste, yeah? It's just knowing about it, that there something has come into the sun's contact, yeah? And there's no negative or there's no positive impulse. So that is that. And we train it while we're doing samadhi, knowing about the thing. When you live here, in the monastery and train samadhi, then I say, observe animals. That's how we should observe, for instance, our breath, that's around the tip of the nose, or the Buddha. We don't change the breath, or we don't, make the breath do this or do that, No, we just want to know at every moment that at the face of the breath, how is the breath, That is important. Not if the breath is detailed or if it is rough or if it is, if it's slow or if it is fast. Yeah? We just want to know how it is. And that is the most difficult for us to do. Because we want to change, whatever we observe, we want to change. And to let go of this, wanting to change, just observing, just knowing, developing this knowing. That is important. That is the training of samadhi. And then the last thing is the training of panya, wisdom. I mean, in order to be able to let go of our desire, we have to actually know what we are doing, why we are doing, and what kind of results it has. So we investigate. We investigate, for instance, with what? I mean, you are born, what do you do? When you come out of the womb, first of all you cry, and then you move your hands, and then you move your arms, and then you move your foot. Then you learn to walk, it takes you a year to learn to walk. Then you learn to talk, it takes you a year to learn to talk. Then you learn, and then you go to school, you learn to think, and use all the faculties, that you have within this body. It's an amazing thing, But, it is just like a robot, that you have to train. If you don't train it, it cannot do anything. And it takes us 16 years, or 18 years to be able to use this full strength. Amazing,
Yes, it's amazing. And the most important thing is to train your minds.
Yeah.
But we never learn it in the Western society to train our minds. It's more.
We do train the mind, but in a way that is not very helpful.
Right. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. We train our mind to gather knowledge, And the knowledge, changes all the time.
Yeah.
So we have to actually, it's just like a big memory bank, and the old memory, is in 2 years it is not useful anymore. And we don't train to investigate, to ponder things. That's what we, you're old enough, you're a little bit younger than me, but in our school,
age, if I'm not
66.
Okay, nearly the same.
So in our school, the teachers were training us, to think, for instance, my math teacher, he put a formula, he said, okay, that's it, And then he asked the students, is it okay? He said, of course, because you're wrong. I made a mistake there. Think, you have to, Don't believe everything that I say. That was the most important thing, at that time in the 60s, when we trained our mind, to reflect about things, to investigate. Just don't believe what they say, investigate it. If they're right, then it's okay, Then you can trust them. If they're not right, you have some sort of mistrust, But nowadays it's not that anymore. The young kids, just let push knowledge into them, and then then you pull them out, and pull out the knowledge, and then say, that is old knowledge. You have to train it. No, this is the training, to really reflect upon what we are doing, why we are doing, and what the results of our doing. Because that gives us an insight, about, we go ahead and say something. Why do we say something? What is the purpose of our saying? In German, we have to say, before you open your mouth, turn on your brain. probably have a very similar saying, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, because people, just blurt out, and they don't know what they say and why they say it. Yeah? And lots of things, why are we doing these things? Yeah? Because that's the cause for most of our thinking, for most of our speaking, for most of our doing is this discomfort that is in our heart. And we are not aware of it. Yeah? We just go ahead and do, we go ahead and speak, and we go ahead and think. Yeah? And this we have to realize that, we have to see this discomfort and learn how to be able, to endure, not only to endure this discomfort, stay with this discomfort and look what is the source of this discomfort. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then think about, and then reflect about all the things, Reflect about the body, we train the body for 16 years, it works fine for 30 years and then it slowly decays, yeah? Yeah. And then in the end, it goes underneath, yeah? And in German we say, and then you see the grass growing from beneath, yeah?
Oh, I didn't know. That's a good one. Yeah.
Well, in German is a very nice language, I'm in the old German. Yeah,
Were you born in Germany?
yeah, I was born in Germany.
Oh, dat is, je spreekt nou ook Duits.
Ja,
Je weet
Stuttgart,
dat.
ja. Je kan Deutsch sprechen. Stuttgart.
In Stuttgart.
Yeah.
So.
So very, very much in the front. Oh, we do say, he has to give up his spoon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, and then we die, yeah? And then we are born again. Because that is a fundamental that we don't believe in the West. We don't believe in rebirth. Yeah? We believe, when we are Christians, we believe in heaven and hell, yeah? But in Buddhism, heaven and hell are just transitory states. Yeah? It's just like, you do a lot of good things, So you enjoy, you go on vacation, enjoy these good things that you worked for so hard, yeah? And then once the money is gone, you have to go back to work, yeah? And work again for this good thing, yeah? Or you do bad things, and then you go to prison for a certain amount of time, yeah? That is hell, yeah? And once your prison sentence is over, you come back and work again. And that is an endless cycle, yeah? And the Lord Buddha saw this, and said, okay, this endless cycle, but there's a way out. Huh? If we detach ourselves, from the desire, to be or become or, to want or to, or whatever, yeah? If we detach ourselves, then we can, we can leave the cycle of birth and death behind us. Yeah? And that is the whole point. Yeah? And the point is, Buddhism is to trust, yeah? To trust the Lord Buddha. Yeah? He said it himself, I teach you something, you try it out, and if you see if it has hand and foot, then go ahead and do it. Yeah? If you see it doesn't lead to good, or to hold something, yeah, then don't leave it. And this is how you have to look at every teacher. What is he teaching? Does it lead to wholesomeness or not wholesomeness? Yeah, and then, if it leads to wholesomeness, you can trust him a little bit more, and then, you follow him up, until you find it, yeah, that's what he says is good. And that's how we do it with Buddhism. So faith is more than belief.
Yes, faith. That's a better word. It's more a way of life.
Yeah, but we are used, we are trained to believe.
Yeah.
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 We believe that there is God. Yes, there is a God. Yeah. There are lots of gods. Yeah. There are 25 different realms of heaven. Yeah. In one realm of heaven, there are 16 gods. Yeah. And there's a head of these 16 gods. Yeah. And there are other gods, and there's the gods of creation. Yeah, and so on. Yeah. But even they have only a certain limited amount of time. Yeah? And when their time is over, they come back in the human realm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Or go to hell, because I mean they harm people, and then they go to hell, go to prison time for a while, and then they come back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is a circle, I mean, that's why, when you look at Christian, I mean, there's no eternal heaven, and there's no eternal hell. People are not burning in hell forever, and they might burn for a long time, but they still come back.
Yeah.
So everything has a, even the animals, even the ants, mosquitoes, they will come back as human beings sooner or later. Mostly later, but they will sooner or later they will come back. So all beings, that are in these 31 realms of existence will come back, will change the realm of existence, go from one realm to the next, I mean, just like we go from one country to another, Some countries are nice, other countries are, are more hellish, and yeah. More, others are, more heavenly, but, I mean, it is, I mean, we walk around, even if we walk around this earth, we will come back, Sooner or later we'll come back to the same point, and then we walk again, and there's no way out. If you go north, south, south, north, east, west, west, east, I mean, there's no way out there. And that's what the Lord Buddha said. And that's he told us, okay, there's a way out, and I show you what the way out is. But it's not easy. So, and we start with the precepts. That is the most important thing. And when you look in the West, there's hardly anybody keeping the precepts because they don't see a point.
Right.
Well, they are selfish, they are egotistical, and also, I mean, even here in Thailand, But there is a certain amount of Buddhism, inherent in these Thai people, That makes it, even if it looks very busy, it looks very calm inside.
Yes.
And that is amazing,
It's really amazing.
Yeah?
And you can feel it everywhere.
You can feel it everywhere, and that is the long reign of Buddhism here in Thailand. It's over 1,000 years, where Buddhism, and it is the main religion. And that is also one of the reasons why Thailand has never been occupied by any of the colonizers.
I wrote about it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's why they are so proud.
Yeah, they can be proud.
Yes.
Buddhism, a king. I mean, the main focus, of Thailand was a king.
Yeah.
And the king had to be ordained as a monk before he became king. To learn about Buddhism, to be a monk, to feel, the life, people come and give you something, and you cannot just take things that you want, It makes a big difference,
Yeah, really big difference. Can you go in and out to become a monk?
Yeah, sure.
Because
It is not like Christian, I mean, you
Christian,
can
if you
ordain
want-
for a year and then leave
you
the
get
rope.
out. Oh, so you can see it as a traineeship.
Yeah, you can. I mean, it's tough, I mean, for some people it is really tough, And after 8 months, I say, it's too much, And then after 5 years, maybe I should go back. And then they go back, So you can go back as often as you want, You can reordain as often as you want, Or you, what is it called, I mean, you take off your robes as often as you want.
Easy going.
Yeah, because the Lord Buddha said, I mean, look, what is Christianity, I mean, for life, I mean, what kind of bad things did the monks do, He said, the Lord Buddha said, I mean, if you can't leave your desires behind, and you need a woman, then take off your robes before you do it, Then it's better, and once you're sick of it, life, then you come back and put on the robes again.
Yeah, it's amazing. Interesting.
Okay.
Thank you very much for talking with
You're
you.
welcome. Yeah. I have a book for you, Life of Inner Quality.
Oh, thank you very much.
That is from my venerable teaching master. Okay?
Namaste.